Attention passionate Atlanta, Falcons fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC South and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Atlanta Falcons' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Atlanta Falcons fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and Atlanta, FALCONS FANS. Let's get to the news now, folks. If you've been paying close attention to the NFL offseason, especially in the NFC South, you know that the Atlanta Falcons have been actively looking to bolster their defense, particularly their secondary. It's no secret that last season, the Falcons struggled a bit in pass defense, ranking 22nd in passing yards allowed, which, let's be honest, is something they definitely want to improve on. They've made moves, but the question on everyone's mind is, are they done? Or are they still in the hunt for that key cornerback to really elevate their secondary? Well, recent reports shed some light on this, and it's quite revealing about where the Falcons are heading in this offseason. First, let's talk about the big news that's already making waves. Jaire Alexander, a player many fans had hoped would come to Atlanta, dreaming of a lockdown corner who could be a game-changer, will not be donning the Falcons' colors. That's right, Alexander, who's a two-time second-team All-Pro, signed a deal with the Baltimore Ravens earlier this week. It's a one-year, $4 million contract, which honestly seemed like a very manageable deal for Atlanta, considering their cap situation. But as it turns out, the Falcons decided not to pursue him. And why? Well, the main reason appears to be cap space. Atlanta has only about $3 million left to work with. That's not a lot when you consider the need for depth and potential injuries, especially in the secondary. Now, I know what some of you are thinking. Why wouldn't they go all in for a player of Alexander's caliber? Well, it's about strategy. The Falcons are clearly trying to be smart about their cap and roster flexibility. Signing a veteran like Alexander at $4 million might have been tempting, but it would have left them with very little wiggle room. And let's face it, NFL teams don't like to be squeezed into a corner when the season starts, especially if injuries strike or if they need to make mid-season adjustments. So instead, Atlanta has shifted its focus to other potential targets, players who could give them that veteran experience and stability at cornerback without breaking the bank. One of those targets is Rasul, a name that's been floated around quite a bit in recent weeks. Christopher Knox from Bleacher Report recently made a compelling case for the Falcons to pursue Douglas. Why? Well, for starters, Douglas is a seasoned veteran with a solid track record. He's played 120 NFL games and started 80 of them during his 8 seasons in the league. That kind of experience is invaluable, especially for a team that's still trying to find consistent stability on the back end. Knox pointed out that the Falcons could potentially sign Douglas at a bargain price, considering their cap situation and the market value for a player of his caliber. Now, here's an interesting point. Atlanta's assistant head coach, Jerry Gray, previously worked with Douglas when he was with the Green Bay Packers as their defensive backs coach. That prior familiarity could make negotiations smoother and more appealing for both sides. Douglas's experience includes stints with the Packers, Carolina Panthers, Buffalo Bills, and of course, the Philadelphia Eagles, who drafted him in the 3rd round back in 2017. And let's not forget, Douglas was part of the Eagles team that won the Super Bowl during his rookie season. That kind of winning experience, plus his versatility, makes him a very attractive option for the Falcons right now. In terms of on-field performance, Douglas had a solid season last year with the Bills, where he recorded 58 combined tackles, including 5 tackles for loss, along with 5 pass defenses and a forced fumble in 15 starts. His ability to cover, tackle, and make plays in clutch moments is exactly what the Falcons need to bolster their secondary. And considering the Falcons haven't made any major upgrades at outside cornerback this offseason, signing someone like Douglas could be a real upgrade over their current options, especially opposite A.J. Terrell. Speaking of Terrell, he's been the cornerstone of the Falcons' secondary, but the opposite corner has been a bit of a question mark. Mike Hughes, who played a significant role last season, will likely continue to be a starter, but adding a veteran like Douglas could give the team more depth and competition. It's also worth noting that last season, the Falcons allowed more passing touchdowns than only the Carolina Panthers, so there's clear room for improvement. The team's draft picks, Xavier Watts and Billy Bowman Jr., show promise, but Watts will be playing safety, and Bowman, along with undrafted free agent Kobe Bryant, are more focused on slot roles. So the need for a seasoned outside cornerback remains. Now, let's take a step back and look at the bigger picture. The Falcons are in a position where they're trying to strike a balance between cap management and building a competitive roster. They've been active in the draft, adding Xavier Watts and Billy Bowman Jr., emphasizing the future, but they still need that veteran presence to guide the young players and provide stability on defense. Considering Douglas's experience, versatility, and familiarity with Jerry Gray, it makes perfect sense that Atlanta might pursue him if the price is right. It's a smart move, getting a player who can step in and immediately contribute, especially in a division where passing offenses are becoming more potent, and defenses need to be sharp to keep up. And let's not forget, this offseason isn't just about filling gaps, it's about setting the tone for the season to come. The Falcons have shown a desire to improve, and their actions so far suggest they're serious about competing at a high level. They've been strategic, patient, and selective, which is exactly what you want from a team trying to build a sustainable winner. It's easy to get caught up in the excitement of big-name signings, but the smart teams know that value, fit, and timing are everything. So as fans, we're all eagerly waiting to see how this unfolds. Will Atlanta sign Douglas? Will they look elsewhere? And how will this impact their chances in the NFC South, which, let's be honest, is getting more competitive every year? The Panthers are not backing down, and the Saints are always lurking with their own plans. So the Falcons need to be sharp, savvy, and ready to adapt. And based on what we've seen so far, their approach seems to be heading in the right direction. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YouTube algorithm to keep recommending the latest Atlanta Falcons news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. As the offseason progresses, the Falcons' focus on secondary reinforcements remains clear. They know that in today's NFL, pass defense can make or break a team's season. So adding someone like Douglas, who has proven he can perform in high-pressure situations, could be exactly what they need to not only improve their ranking, but also to give the team that extra edge in close games. Think about it. When you have a cornerback with Douglas's experience, you gain confidence that your defense can hold up against the league's top offenses. And with the division rivals like the Panthers and Saints constantly reshaping their rosters, Atlanta needs to stay ahead of the curve. Now, for us fans, the anticipation is real. We're watching every move, every signing, every draft pick, hoping that the Falcons will get that one piece that pushes them over the edge. And honestly, the potential signing of Douglas could be that piece. It's about more than just talent. It's about leadership, experience, and knowing what it takes to succeed at the highest level. The Falcons have been building their roster with a mix of youth and veteran savvy, and this move could be the final puzzle piece to solidify their defensive backfield. Looking ahead, the upcoming season is shaping up to be one of the most exciting in recent memory for Atlanta fans. The team has shown flashes of brilliance, and with the right additions, they could be contenders in the NFC South once again. The division remains competitive, with the Panthers, Saints, and even the Buccaneers all looking to make their mark. But if Atlanta manages to add a player like Douglas, who can bring stability and a winning mentality, it could tip the scales in their favor. And of course, the coaching staff will have a lot to say about how quickly this new piece fits into their scheme. Defensive coordinator Dean Pease has always been known for his adaptability and strategic thinking. Bringing in someone like Douglas, who's versatile and experienced, means the Falcons can tweak their coverage schemes and be more aggressive in their pass rush. It's all about creating a defense that's unpredictable and tough to beat, especially in critical moments. Imagine the confidence that A.J. Terrell will have with a veteran like Douglas alongside him, knowing they have someone who's been through the battles and can help lock down the league's best receivers. The offseason is always a time of speculation and hope, but for the Falcons, it's also a time of strategic moves and smart planning. Their front office clearly understands the importance of building a balanced roster, one that can compete now and in the future. The potential addition of Rasul or even other cornerback targets still available in free agency shows that they're committed to making the right moves. They realize that investing in their defense is not just about one player, it's about creating a culture of resilience and excellence. So, as we wait for more news, keep your eyes peeled for any updates on this front. The Falcons are in a promising position to make a splash, and if they land someone like Douglas, it could be a game changer. It's about adding experience, depth, and leadership, elements that are crucial for a team looking to climb back into serious playoff contention. The NFC South will be watching closely, and so will we, the passionate fans who believe in this team's potential. And now, Atlanta Falcons fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Atlanta Falcons. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Atlanta Falcons news. Let's keep the conversation going and continue supporting this team through thick and thin. The best is yet to come, and I, for one, am excited about what's next for Atlanta.